Our first panelist was a member of one of the most beloved hip-hop groups of all time, the Fugees. Yeah. And he has just released his second documentary, Sweet Mickey for President, which is a look at the winning campaign of current Haitian leader Michél Martelly. Please welcome Pras Michél. Our second panelist is a stand-up comedian and actress who played Donna Meagle on the already missed TV show Parks and Rec. Please hear it, Retta. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Now, there were a lot of compelling stories grabbing the interest of HuffPost readers this week, including presidential candidate-in-waiting Scott Walker taking mansplaining to a whole new level when he defended a law that he had signed forcing women who want to have an abortion to have an invasive transvaginal ultrasound, saying that it was just the cool thing for women to have. Now, Retta, Pras, I think we're probably we haven't gone to the OBGYN, right? So as the only one here who has gone to an OB, do you think an invasive transvaginal ultrasound is a cool thing?
Yeah, if you're a freak, but I mean, I don't like going to the gynecologist. You have to, you need to, but it's not fun.
Yeah, not the definition of fun.
You know,
but why is it that whenever we, or we meaning men, talk about these things, that we try to frame it as it's a cool thing, it's a good thing for you?
I don't know, you tell me. You're a dude, why do you frame it that way?
Yeah. Because we want to control and keep you down because you're more powerful.
Oh, there you go. All right, well, I'll accept that.
Okay. Now, Pras, it seems like whenever we talk about women's health or women's bodies, it's never in a serious way. It's always related to some ridiculous comment like this, or Todd Aiken, with the legitimate rape. Do you think when it comes to women's bodies and women's health, men should just shut the fuck up?
I would agree, yes.
Yeah. I mean, because it's interesting. They always try to frame it this way. I mean, he literally compared this to grandparents showing pictures on their iPhone.
Yeah, because that's what women want to do. They want to have a memory of something that was, terrible or was not fun and put it in their wallet or on their phone to show their friends.
What Instagram filter would you use for that? Is that Valencia for the aborted fetus?
I don't know, but you'd post it on Throwback Thursday.
Oh. Now, talking about this, though, this is always the way that they try to frame it, as if something's fun or interesting. I think it's interesting that they're always looking for ways, since they can't overturn Roe v. Wade, right? It's well, you have to wait 2 days. You have to watch a video. You have to have an ultrasound. But really, at the end of the day, it's really just trying to control women's bodies, right?
Yeah. I feel like they think that they're going to just a little more time and she'll fall in love with it, where that's never the case. I mean, maybe it happens, but chances are they're doing it for a reason. And 2 more hours isn't going to change the reason why they're having the procedure. So
now, Pras, this came up in 2012, and it was the GOP's war on women, and it helped get Barack Obama elected. Have they learned nothing?
To be honest with you, this conversation, I'm so confused. No, I am, because I'm confused because I don't understand what the GOP are trying to do. Are they trying not to win the election? I mean, I don't get it. Like, I'm really baffled. I really don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sense out of it. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to think, what can I say that could sound somewhat profound, but I just don't get it. I really don't.
I think that's the thing. As we look at this field of ever-increasing GOP candidates for president, is there anybody coming through that seems to be making sense?
Because isn't the whole purpose is to get votes, right?
Theoretically, yes. This is why, yes.
And more women are voters than men, right? So wouldn't it be safe to say, hey, listen, I might be pro-life, but you make your own decision on what you want to do. Even though if you don't really mean it, but just say it so you can at least get the votes.
At least be a smart politician.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Now, on the other side of the ledger, there's the discussion going on, in the culture about what defines a manhood, what makes somebody a man. Obviously not just a male, but a man. And Fox and Friends, that deep, incisive show over on Fox, had a segment this week in which they had an expert came on to say what it means to be a man. And his theory was that you need to know how to tie a knot, tie a tie, and change a car tire. So to prove this, they went out, and this is what happened.
So what's important here that you guys understand is that being a man is not about what you are, it's about who you are.
Okay, so
In what respect? These guys right now happen to be helping someone who's in distress. This is what a man does, not just a male.
I love
Whoa,
it.
watch it, bro. Hold what you got. No, stop what you're doing.
No, Jack's
Let it
falling.
down.
There's a little bit of teamwork going on right
This
here.
is amazing.
This is amazing. Now, you have a son. All kidding aside, what would you want to impart to him? What does it mean to be a man in your eyes?
I mean, the way I was raised in my household is about taking care of your responsibilities, respecting women. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, my sister and I got into an argument, and I told her, shut up. And my dad came to me, smacked me, and told me, you have to always be respectful to a woman. So to me, being a man is being respectful and taking care of your responsibility. I know how to change a tire, but that doesn't mean that I'm a man, you know? So I think that when you have these, when you have these ultra conservatives, think they know what's best for all of us, like someone left them in charge of the world or whatever, and then they get on a TV show, can't even change a tire, that's funny.
That's why we showed it. Yeah. Now, Retta, what defines, makes somebody a man and not just a male?
Well, according to Fox and Friends, I'm a man because I can tie a knot, tie a tie, and change a tire. So I have those capabilities. I don't know what makes a man. I think being true to yourself and not trying to check off a checklist, to prove who you are. Just be authentic and true to yourself, and everybody will get it. You know what I mean?
You don't have to try so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see that thing? There was also the thing where this guy was crying at his wedding, and people on Twitter were saying, oh, he was crying because he realized he was never going to be able to have other women. And he wrote back, he's like, no, it's because I saw my wife, for the first time in her gown, and that's why I was crying. Why do we still have this issue in 2015 about men being able to cry, express emotions?
I mean, I guess it started back during the caveman time, right? Because the man would go and hunt, and the woman stays back, But I mean, cut to 2015, the social media aspect, it's putting a lot of pressure on people, especially Instagram, right? It's put a lot of pressure on people. So, look, the guy was in love. He saw his wife. He cried. I don't think he cried because he can't get any more women because he's stuck. I don't know if that was the case. I think it was love.
When was the last time you cried?
At my father's funeral.
Seems like an appropriate use of emotion there.
Yeah.
How about you?
When I got my lip waxed.
It always makes me cry.
I still can't get used to it. Every other month I cry.
Do you scream?
No, I try not to because I feel like my lady judges me. So
Take it as a man.
exactly. I feel like she has like an issue with me. It's like, relax. It happens all the time. So I just and a little,
One sad tear.
That's what's sad.
Okay, let's look at our next story. Cameron Crowe's new rom-com movie, Aloha, starring Bradley Cooper and Emma Stone, is being accused of whitewashing Hawaii. In other words, being another film set on an island whose majority population is a minority, but that features white people. And although it's funny, they tried to play this one off by saying that Emma Stone, who maybe is one of the whitest people that you could ever see, she's 1/4. Her character is 1/4 Pacific Islander. And they name her Ing. Now, of course, this isn't the first time. Hollywood has a long tradition of white people playing Asians. Mickey Rooney, if you remember.
Yeah.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Oh, my God. And then we had, of course, Marlon Brando, House of the August Moon. And the most American of all, the Duke, John Wayne as, yes, Genghis Khan. So here's my question. I mean, we talk a lot about diversity. We talk about diversity in casting. But here's roles that are meant for Asians, and they're even giving white people those roles. You're starting to make films. You're working in films. Why do you think this is? Is it just because that's where the money people, if you go to the halls, if you go to the people who at the studios, they're mostly white?
I think it goes back to how you started your, this whole conversation. You have a group of people who think they know what we want to see. So they make movies, they think middle America that's going to pay the tickets want to see all white. But what they don't understand, there's a reason why a movie like Exodus didn't win at the box office, and it's the reason why this is not going to win at the box office. It's because people want to see something that's real. They don't necessarily want to see them all the time. They want it to be authentic. So it goes back to that classic saying, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I find it interesting that when it comes to diversity, it seems that TV is way ahead of the movies. You know, we have all these...
Now.
Yeah, finally.
Now.
I mean, we have this Blackish, right? Fresh Off the Boat, How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal, etc. Do you find this when you're Empire? Yeah. What?
The Jam.
Yes?
It's The Jam.
It is The Jam?
Yeah.
Is Cookie your girl?
Oh, Cookie is life.
Cookie is live.
Yes.
Now, when you went in for the role on Parks and Rec, was that written for a black actress, or was it race neutral and you took the role?
I don't know, but now that I think about the waiting room, there were some black actresses. It wasn't all black actresses, but then again, I don't know what everybody was going in for. But I don't remember reading the description saying black. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily feel that as the character went on that they were pressed to make her, you know, black, so black, you know what I mean? She just had her experiences and, you know, she dated white guys. Well, dated. She slept with everyone.
Everyone?
Yeah, she slept with everybody.
Yeah.
She's equal opportunity, bring it.
Yeah.
So, which I feel like that's just life these days. It's
Bringing it?
Yeah, with everyone. Yes.
Yeah. I'm married 22 years. Am I missing something? Sorry, honey.
Yeah,
My wife's out there.
Yeah.
I'm missing a lot.
Yeah,
I'm missing
feel
the
like
everybody bringing it.
I mean, it's mixing. Things are mixing. You know, it's working its way towards a great culture. I don't think it's so white, black, blah blah blah. You know, everybody's hitting everybody.
On the Tinder and the grinder. Yeah. It's interesting though that even when they try to get it right, some people get upset. You know, I don't know, Michael B. Jordan, great actor, he's going to be playing the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four, who in the comic book was not black. So all the fanboys are, it can't be a black guy. That's not right. Do you think it's just because we have this conception in our mind of a certain kind of character? You know, Christian Grey looks a certain way, Katniss looks a certain way. Or is that why they're upset, or do you think it's just flat out racism?
It's racism, because the same thing happened with the little girl that played Rue, where the writer described her as a dark-skinned character, and people were up in arms that Rue was black. And they said they were broken when Rue died in the book, but because she was black in the movie, it didn't hurt them so much. That's racism. You're a hater. You're a straight hater. And that sort of thing that's some inherent nonsense, and it has nothing to do with the fact that the character has changed. You are a hater, and that's why.
Now, as a dad, yeah. Pras, as a dad, is it important for you, for your son to be able to see that kind of character, a superhero, a black superhero?
I mean, yeah, but I think it's about, you know, listen, before there were black characters, I think black kids that were watching TVs in the 50s and the 60s, they still emulated and wanted to be the next Superman or Batman. Now, obviously, I think moving into a world that's more inclusive now, it only makes sense to add a black character here and there. I mean, we didn't get upset when they did Moses and there were no black people in the movies in the 50s and the 60s, so why are they getting upset because one black character out of four, one character out of the four characters are black? I mean, I think it's just nonsense. It's just theatrics. Because when they go see the movie, it's either the movie's good or it's not.
Right.
Doesn't matter if it's black or white.
It's like you were saying, Empire is the biggest hit of the season. It's not just black people watching it.
Yeah, they sprinkle some white people in there, but.
Yeah. But
That's
are they the bad guys, though?
No.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
One guy is the one guy.
Oh, one guy's bad.
You know, like.
Now, it'd be terrible for me to have you here and not ask you a couple questions about the projects you have going. Your new film, Sweet Mickey, you actually are the one who convinced him to run, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. How did you sort of impact international politics, Pras?
Well, for those who don't know, so after the earthquake in 2010 in Haiti, I wanted to do something. I went to a friend of mine named Sweet Mickey, a.k.a. Michél Martelly. He was a very popular musician in Haiti, kind of like the Michael Jackson of Haiti, but I didn't realize that he used to wear diapers on stage, thongs, moon the stage. So I tapped him and said, listen, I think you should run for president of Haiti. And unbeknownst to us, he won. You know what I mean? So you go through the, you know, it's the stories about this guy going from being a diaper man to becoming a statesman, basically.
Diaper man to statesman.
Yeah.
So instead of Hillary Clinton, we can get George Clinton.
Okay.
Bring it. Flashlight, baby.
Okay.
Now, what happened in the middle of the campaign when you found out that, in the campaign, that Wycliffe has decided that he was going to run for president as well?
Yeah, that was a bombshell. Yeah. Well, I mean, because he's the biggest Haitian international superstar. So he came in and, you know, we were that little train that just could. Wycliffe came in with $20 million just to register. We had $17,000, you know. But luckily for us, he got disqualified.
Did it piss you off, though, when he threw his head into the ring?
No, I didn't, because actually he helped us because his weight was so huge. Then everyone made it ex-bandmate not supporting Wycliffe, which helped Michél Martelly to get some international coverage. But you see all in the movie. It's like a political thriller. It's real funny. It's not a conventional talking head documentary. So I hope everybody go out and check it out.
And now, Retta, your character and yourself have started this movement, Treat Yourself.
Well,
Now, what is the essence of Treat Yourself?
it's basically do what makes you feel good. Take the time to do for you. For me, it's buying handbags.
Treat yourself.
Yes, I treat myself to handbags.
That's fantastic. Now, since you got him elected president of Haiti, last question, do you have anybody that you're backing in 2016?
Well, by default, not by default, but you know, I'm a big Obama supporter and a friend, and so I want to see history be made again. I want to see the first woman president, so she can tell all the men stop telling us what to do with themselves, you know. So.
Yeah. Join me in thanking them for joining us on the panel, guys. Thank you very much. Make sure you check out Pras's new film, Sweet Mickey, for President at the LA Film Festival on June 11th. And special thanks because he just flew in from New Zealand to be on the show tonight. I really appreciate that. And you've got to follow Retta on Twitter. You are a badass tweeter.
Thank you.
She's one of the biggest live tweeters I've ever seen. You're like
spelling bee last night.
Oh, she was tweeting that. Some sort. Hey, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click here for more videos.
And make sure to catch new episodes Friday at 9 p.m. on HuffingtonPost.com.